Do you have a weak chin and jawline and you desperately want that chiseled facial structure, that jawline that could cut through glass? Well, then you're in the right place, because today I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. I'm gonna share with you guys 5 things you guys are probably doing every day that are stopping you from having a nice facial structure and jawline. So without further ado, let's get right into the first one. Now, obviously, there's some other variables that come into play that do affect the shape of your face, such as genetics, some things that you can't change, but what you're gonna learn in this video are some small changes you can make that you can maximize your genetic potential to its fullest. And the first thing is, you're probably eating lots of soft foods. You see, over the years, hundreds and thousands of years, we've adopted these diets of processed foods that are really soft and easily digestible and easy to eat. But if you look at the craniofacial structure of our ancestors thousands of years ago, they actually had more prominent facial structure and jawline, and a lot of that is attributed to them having to eat harder, tougher foods such as these nuts and things that are not as easily accessible, like tough meats, coconuts, and all these different things, stuff that isn't really in our diets these days. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and freaking try to eat a coconut, but some things you can do, an easy fix is just chewing more gum, man. Finding some really tough gum. I just like to chew a couple pieces of bubble gum and just chew that for a few hours a day, and that more than makes up for the soft foods that you guys are eating in your diet. Another thing that you can do is try some sort of jawline trainer like this one here, which is called Chisel. It's just a little rubber square with some holes in it, and you just chew this throughout the day, and what it does is it actually engages the master muscle here, making this grow bigger and stronger, and what it does is it adds mass to the corners of your jaw, stretching that skin out, making your jawline appear wider. And I chew gum every day, and this is an easy fix for problem number 1. All right, guys, so the next thing that you may be doing that is causing your jawline to suffer is being a mouth breather. Breathing through your mouth, guys. I know it's kind of funny. It's like this insult that kids can say to each other, but it's also a real thing that people do. You'll notice that the people walking around breathing through their mouths solely actually develop this kind of melted look from their chin into their neck. We like to call it nerd neck because it looks like they're sitting over a computer, right? And what it stems from is when you breathe through your mouth, you're actually relaxing all of these muscles within your face and neck area, and it causes them to atrophy. They aren't active, so they tend to droop and relax, and that's how you get these jowls going. So the younger and the earlier that you can start to breathe solely through your nasal cavity, the earlier it will condition your face to actually grow upwards and forwards, and you have this prominent facial structure. But not only that, it has health benefits as well. When you breathe solely through your nose, you condition your nasal ways to open up, and it actually reduces risk of certain diseases as well as allergies and asthma and all this other stuff. So start breathing through your nose, and even try to breathe through your nose when you're sleeping. You can actually do things like put tape over your mouth, and this will make a huge difference. I promise you. Just look around when you're walking around. The people that are breathing through their nose tend to have better facial structure, and you can too. So the earlier you start doing this, the earlier you'll start developing that nice strong jawline. Now, the next thing you can actually fix almost instantly right here in your bathroom with the help of just 2 things, a razor and shaving cream. That's right, you guessed it, it's just having a clean shaven face. You'll notice that the guys in Hollywood in movies with the most cut jawlines, you know, Ed Skrein and Rami Malek, they all have the same thing in common. They have a clean shaven face, and there's a reason behind this. It's because it gets rid of all that excess hair that's kind of creating this strange texture that's distorting the shape of your face in reality. When you shave your face, it reveals that nice clean skin underneath, and it actually allows for a natural highlight of, you know, the roundness and the different contours of your face that is covered when you have facial hair. Now, obviously, it's not gonna change the shape of your face. All it is gonna do is just give a clean shot, a clear visual of your jawline and your facial structure. Now, I mean, there is some exceptions if you have phenomenal facial hair, you know, guys like Alex Costa, you can actually use it to your advantage to kind of contour and create this image of a strong jawline. But for the guys that can't grow really good facial hair, it's in your best interest to shave it, because whether you realize it or not, the sun is gonna hit your face certain ways, and it's gonna make some part highlight, some part's gonna be in shadow, and it's gonna look stronger and more chiseled. But if you don't shave, you get this kind of strange texture that absorbs light and doesn't allow for those natural highlights and contours of your face. So trust me, you want to shave your face unless you're one of these guys that has incredible facial hair. So that's tip number 3, give it a try. Alright guys, so Christian and I are about to go for a run, and you know, before you go for a run, you want to be hydrated, and I know that's something you guys aren't doing. You got to be drinking enough water. Not only is it good for, you know, every aspect of your life, but also for your facial structure and your jawline. You see, when you don't drink a lot of water, your body actually realizes that and it retains water, and this is why people get bloated and they get this bloated look to their face, and it makes their jawline disappear. So the more water you drink, your body has natural systems that flushes it out and it keeps you more lean. It actually activates your metabolism to access fat stores. So not only that, you're going to be burning fat instead of muscle and all these other nutrients. So it's just better all around. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water. They say to drink at least 8 cups of water per day, which is about 2 liters. So I like to just keep my fridge stocked with a bunch of waters. I just grab one of these every time I leave the house. Start drinking lots of water. It'll help you get lean, help your facial structure, and help your jawline. So drink that water. So you know, we're in this quarantine and most gyms are closed, and I like to run, so I've been coming to the Hollywood Reservoir and running it every day. It's about 3.5 miles, but my favorite thing about it is the view. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if you look up there, you can also see the Hollywood sign. It's kind of cool. So I've been running it every day. It takes me about 25, 26 minutes, and definitely helping my mental health status, because I'd be going crazy if I didn't have some sort of physical outlet. But yeah, let's get this thing going.
12 seconds later.
Whew. That's it. Alright guys, so it's been a long day, I'm tired, and it's getting late, but not too late for me to tell you guys the last thing that you are doing wrong, and the most important thing, and that is incorrect tongue posture, also known as mewing. Those of you guys that have been following my account for a while, you know that I am a promoter of this thing called mewing. It is this technique thought up and recognized by the British orthodontist Mike Mew. What it is a system of postures and daily habits that can actually condition your face to form in a more attractive and prominent way. It basically gives you better facial structure. And the main staple behind mewing is proper tongue posture. What you wanna do is keep your tongue pressed up against the roof of your mouth as much as possible, especially in the back here. And if you're a little confused, let me introduce you real quick to my friend Chopper here. He's gonna help us understand what I'm talking about. So this is your mouth, right? And this is your mouth palate. This is the roof of your mouth, right? What you wanna do is have your tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth, stopping just before your teeth and keeping it flat the whole time, especially in the posterior region of your tongue, back here towards your throat canal. Now, I first learned about this because I wasn't really happy with my submental triangle, this area right here. I thought it looked a little bit smooth, and I learned this quick trick to correct that. You can actually see instant transformation. See, just look at this. You can go from this to this. Much better, right? And if you do this over a long period of time, you can actually condition your palate to widen, because those facial fissures are not sealed yet. And the earlier you start this, the better you can actually build a bigger, wider, stronger jaw and more upward and forward facial growth, giving you that strong facial structure and even better cheekbones. So you guys need to start mewing as soon as possible. If you want to know more about this topic, I've done multiple other videos on it. I'll link some of those down below. But yeah, guys, those are the top 5 things you are doing that are causing you to have a weak jawline and chin, and you can change these immediately. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you like the structure of this video. Also, let me know any other video topics you want me to make. I would love to do that for you guys. Make sure to subscribe, turn those post notifications on, and until next time, peace.